So in for repair today we have our John Deere 6600. We also have the Toyota Land Cruiser and we have a Tailift forklift. And just before we get started, a few shout-outs there to tractor runs taking place. We have a charity tractor, truck, bike and vintage car run in aid of RD and district cancer support, and that's on the 14th December at 4 o'clock, Hunterstown GAA grounds, meeting from 12 midday. So just get down to that one. And we also have another one here, if I can find it on my phone. Let's see now, just go in here for 1 second. I think Andrew sent this one to me. Oh yeah, well Paul, if there is a workshop Wednesday this week, could you mention the tractor run for Dundee GAA, please? Thanks. So we will get the details of that as well. And I think that's on Saturday. So first of all, we'll head over to Mick. Yeah.
What's going on this morning, Caleb?
So, the 16 forklift,
Yeah.
so you have to get the engine rebuilt. It's very hard to start.
Yeah, well, I had it there yesterday morning, took a good few cranks, and with these cold mornings, not a chance is it going to start. So we have to check heater plugs to make sure.
Yeah, and the first thing that I noticed, I just went to see what voltage I had with the heater plugs on, and I'm dropping down to about 10 volts with just the glow plugs on. So then went and checked that the battery, even though the battery's reading say 12.8 odd volts, which should be very good, it's dropping down to that with just the glow plugs on. Then when I go to crank, she's dropping down to about 9. Now if you had a big 6-cylinder engine and a tractor like that, you'd want to have over 10.5 odd volts when you're cranking. But
Yeah.
if I'm dropping down to less than that with just the glow plugs on, well, they're not getting powered properly for a start. And then when we are going to start, or when we are swinging, it's lazy. So even though it is swinging and it'll probably keep on swinging,
You know, it did
it's
start
still
for
not.
me. It did start eventually. Now, it took quite a few attempts, and then when it did eventually fire, it wasn't really running that well.
Yeah, so you'll have to see. I just have a fully charged battery here, so just for what I'm trying to do at the minute, it just suits to.
Is it a case that maybe we need bigger batteries on them?
No, that there's the full of the size of it. This is a slightly smaller battery, if anything. But I just want to put it on to prove the point. So I'll not even have to close the lid of this battery on, but I'll just be able to see what's happening. Cause yeah, we need to make sure that everything's bang on in order. Like these definitely do need the glow plugs working and working right, because you know yourself, whenever you jump into one of these, you have to heat it. Even in a warm morning, you'd have to give it a.
Yeah, I think.
And look, I suppose you'd kind of hope that after the engine being rebuilt, now it would have been handy start.
Should be quicker start anyway, shouldn't it?
Without glow plugs, like, because
Yeah.
look, every engine's different, but I know that the likes of say the PD engines and the Volkswagen cars that I'd be very fond of, like I never had the glow plugs working on my car. I don't even have the wiring limb fitted in them, and like that they'll always just first tip and
Where they go.
real cold weather. But this
Slightly different.
what is you even on using this? These are a Yanmar engine, aren't they?
Yanmar, yeah.
I think so. Okay, so now we have our
Right, Caleb, yeah. Reline back to
yes, you can jack
the pump back in.
back on is right. Just a bit.
See you,
a
the
bit fiddly.
young head publisher here too.
Right, we have our apprentice.
The apprentice, yeah.
Junior.
How is he coming on?
Oh, not too bad, no, not too bad.
He's eager, isn't he? He's eager, that's the main thing.
And that head and young shoulders, I think.
I wouldn't take that, Mick.
Yeah, that's a compliment. That's a compliment, like.
Monday morning, I'm just relaxed, chilled.
Chill
Monday
out,
morning, just
chill out.
relaxed, chilled.
Okay, Mick, what's the putting back the injector pump? Obviously, the timing is critical and something like this, is it?
Time in the 90s engine is critical.
Right.
Has to be right. Otherwise, do it down on power, maybe not start.
Yeah, so we have.
Why did this pump come out leaking, wasn't it?
Yeah, so we're leaking.
Oh, yeah,
the fault. You explain the fault, Caleb.
So on the back,
Between just there,
this part here.
between the black and the silver. It was pissing diesel over there, and it was flying over.
So we weren't able to leave it running at all because we were just leaving puddles everywhere.
Right.
So yeah, it was inject the pump off up to they go to Jack?
Courtney's, yeah.
Up to Courtney Street Engineering Services. So they have it sorted, and yeah, we have a fine adjustment on the timing too. Down here on the side, there's this is done in the factory, so they have it set. So there's a line here on the timing cover, and there's a line on the injector pump. All I have to do is just line that up perfectly square. You do have that much, which is a lot of adjustment, but they have it set and marked in the factory, so that's where it's supposed to be. So if they do is line that up again. It's not a mark that I put in it or anything like that. That's John Deere's own mark, so it's very easy done.
And as regards refitting, then I presume there's a few awkward bolts somewhere, so?
Yeah,
Yes.
the bolt out here is handy, but the nuts in at the back, the top one's actually grand, but the bottom bolt, I think Sean has to make up a spanner for me. It should be a couple of bench spanners there and whatnot.
A few different spanners here that.
I thought it was a welded one.
Twist.
There it is.
Yeah, so that's
Bit of
Sean made
engineering.
up to do it.
Pity he didn't use a multi-spline.
Yeah, he'd have a lot more.
Maybe he didn't. Maybe he wouldn't get one.
Maybe you didn't have one, yeah? Yeah, so just a little bit tricky in there to get working with spanners.
Yeah,
And
look
we
good.
can do two different
I
sizes.
think that's
Is that-
mine.
Is that yours?
I had one like that. I think
Strength. Vented, did you?
the 270 Magnum.
Okay.
Remember? The common rail pump.
You will find that a lot of the dealers will have specialised tools for
The likes of that.
the likes of this, but unfortunately here we don't have that luxury.
No. Oh, we have a good special spanner made up there for the starters of the 3650s.
Yeah.
That bottom bolt.
I think nearly everyone on the country is one of those.
There's a random selection there of special tools they've made up for different things. Try and keep them all in one drawer because you'd never find them again if you just left them in the drawer.
Probably never use them again.
Well, that's it too, but things can get reused and
I like that cow, the way that's done. A lot of them, there's a big gap between the stem of the pump to the tread. And there's always something will drop down. That's the whole fucking engine out nearly.
Yeah.
You know, when
If
you
it goes
Well,
into, if it
yes,
goes into
I know we were doing inject the pump at home on a fast track before. I made the washer got dropped and went down the front of the timing cover, and we ended up with we took the timing cover off to get it out. That was only it.
maybe into the sump.
Timing cover off. It was in the sump, but it was easier to take the timing cover off than it was to take the sump off.
Yeah.
So
It's still a good few hours work.
oh yeah, all that just to get a magnet down and go fishing, which is a pity. So I'll try not to.
I'll let you walk away, Mick. I want to bring you over here to this forklift. Caleb was that earlier. You're a bit of an expert when it comes to these.
Well, time will tell.
Now, we had a problem there as we thought with the heat plugs not working, but in fact they are working.
I can show you that.
Right, so you did the test,
Amsterdam.
and this is probably the handiest way of doing it, is it?
Oh, by far. Well, you couldn't get it easier than that, could you? I'll go in and turn around. This way.
So you just hook around that.
Yep. An inductive amps clamp it's called. It should be getting around 60 amps there. The battery might be down a wee bit now. There we go.
60.
Normally those, that type of glow plugs in that era were 15 amps a glow plug. We 4 glow plugs, 4, 5, 24, 4, 60 amps.
Right.
But there's another.
So that sounds more like diesel.
Well, I know it's diesel because of that had before T. And I cracked the injector pipes and I got a wad of air. I blew it, let it all out, I thought. Came back down after tea. Same crack again.
So what is it looking like now that it could be?
Well, I'm going to crack the injector pipe again and just see. More than likely we're going to see bubbles here. You've got to be very careful with these injectors, cracking them. That's your return pipe there, which is welded to that. And if the injectors are loose, you'll spin that and crack that off, and that's a headache. Now, we should have clean fuel coming there. Number 2 and nothing. Now it's clearing.
And then the cure.
That's only coming now. Look at the air. The bubbles.
Yeah. You have a lot of air coming on that second injector. I can just feel that, hear the different tone there.
Yeah, when it comes in on the fourth, fourth cell. Oh, yeah.
Nearly ran away there, Mick.
My arm moved off the forward reverse.
Right, okay, we're looking like maybe,
We've had this before, I think, with the 08 one.
yeah.
And as far as, no, it's not. As far as I remember, we put one-way valves on the supply and return from the tank.
It's just so, it's very hard to find where that air, it could be,
The only
it could
way-
be a filter head, could it?
Possibly. I think we've had that before too.
We've had that issue before, yeah.
But I don't think it's this one. That looks original. I think it's the other one.
Yeah, well, look, I did put an inquiry into the lads there in Tailift just to see, because it's probably something that can be a common enough fault.
Yeah. What they say?
Didn't come back to me yet, Mick.
Okay.
But
Who's
yeah,
that? The Pat?
yeah.
Yeah. He's very good on them.
It's just that maybe we wouldn't be at them all
But
the
this
time.
this engine, this is the one that was
This is the one,
reconditioned.
yeah. So we thought, and it was actually starting great. We were.
Over when I had it over there, without heating it, the first time I bled it through, turned the key, fired up without heat. That's a sign of some compression. Like in this time of the year with the cold weather.
Yeah.
But these are an indirect injection diesel. They always need heat on a GoPro.
Okay. We'll catch up again later on. Okay, Mick, you've decided to trade in your old Jeep.
I'll trade it to you.
Ah.
Trade it to you.
So here we have Mick's Land Cruiser Jeep. 08 one, just short of 400,000 kilometres or something.
380 something like that, I think now.
And he's upgraded then
Oh,
to
fucking trouble.
quick glance of 162. Okay, Mick, I want you to go through the pitfalls of maybe buying a Land Cruiser. The good points and the bad points.
Good points, reliability is generally unbelievable.
Right.
Like I was after all, you gave me a loan of your one. I was doing the rock cover gas was weepy on it. I took off the rock cover in the whole while. It's a bit of a job, and I was short 4 seals, so I had to leave it the weekend. It was a bank holiday weekend. And ironically, the 4 seals I was short were €4 each in Toyota, which surprised me because Toyota prices are sour.
Right, okay, so we start off. This is an 08 model.
G4D 3 litre.
E40 3 litre. Now, mixed tyres and wheels. I'm after putting a complete 4 new sets of tyres on it.
And did the rims.
Grabber tyres. And the rims were quite shot on it as well. So
Yeah. The previous owner had a clatter of dogs, and I think they were pissing on it constantly.
Yeah, I bought them to a crowd in Navan, and I think for about
It's a nice job.
€450, done the 4 wheels, and absolutely.
Did the 5, I believe.
Well, where's the 5? With the
There.
spares done as well, is it?
According to Stephen on Saturday.
So, right, then we start off. Now, we've a nice bit of fade here on the light, so if anyone has any suggestion that could bring it back up to looking a bit more.
If the way things are
Clear
going here,
looking.
it might be no harm getting one of them little polishing kits for this,
Yeah,
like Truman says.
right. And
Because
then
your BMW, that is a cracking finish on it.
I'm looking for a bull bar here at the front of it, so if anyone has any suggestions, I know make
I took my own one off this because I had light bar on it
yeah,
and
there
I
was
had
a
twin
lovely one
spots.
on it, but Mick decided to take it off and put it on.
I
the
told
new
you
Jeep.
before we dealt.
I just said to myself, I bought the Jeep and then all the bits were taken off, with all the accessories.
You had it bought after I took them off.
So we're going to put a bull bar on the front of it. After that, then bodywork was good on the Jeep. In fairness.
Pretty good. The usual with Land Cruisers, there was, last year I had 2 holes on this side, on the chassis, which is the upper body, not the ladder.
Yeah.
This year we had 2 small holes on the far side and a small little corner on the main, underneath the ladder chassis.
Right.
Just plated, bit of stainless steel. It's actually easy enough to do. In most cases, every one where the holes were, we could get our handy done.
Inside then it's the automatic model. And Mick has more gadgets on it there for anti-theft. I can't even get to start it myself sometimes.
We won't tell you where they are.
And they're all hidden little features on it. But
Yeah, which I
would
can't.
strongly advise to have some sort of a tracker, especially on the Toyota.
Yes, Land Cruisers.
And all Jeep.
Well, Land Cruisers seem to be lethal for
Yeah,
theft, and Hiluxes.
Yeah, they love to take them on. So going to the back of the Jeep then, looking at the chassis there. Seems good enough. You're going to have a little bit, haven't you, Mick?
Ah, yeah. Ideally, fit a ramp every 6 months, soak it with WD-40 to concentrate. I find is a brilliant job. Years ago, I did it on the first one. I had the blue one.
Yeah, and it lasts a long
Oh
time.
yeah, but I had the facilities then. I had a ramp, and I could,
Right, so we're going to use this Jeep as a service Jeep. We have a few signs to put on it.
oh, the back doors. Watch out for them. The way
What generally will happen there, because it's such a big door too.
when I bought this, the door, that's the second door. It had a load of rivets down here. What happens is, with the weight of the wheel in the wind, when it swings, it flexes the hinge and buckles the back of this against the hinge inside.
Right.
And that's the door I put on it. Well, Stephen Reeves sprayed it for me. And after I put new hinges on it, but it got caught again. The newer ones have a gas strut and it seems to control it a bit better.
And could you retrofit the new ones?
No, I don't think so, because this is underneath.
Yeah, so we have just toolbox and a few parts in it. Now there is another bulb bar, Mick.
That was the one that was on the one I bought. I didn't like it.
Why not?
Black. I think it's ugly looking, but some people love it. But plus, my one has a double. I'm able to mount the spots on top and a bar, what do you call the bar lamps?
Yeah.
Across the bottom.
Another
Individual preferences, I suppose.
accessory that I wouldn't mind putting on it is for the tow hitch. Another way that you can put
The
Land-
jaw and the...
Yeah, you can put the Land Cruiser, those lovely stainless steel
Yeah.
Land Cruiser.
Yeah. Well, it protects the bumper.
Protector on
Because
the
that, I don't think I did it. It has had a few marks.
I see you didn't make it.
Maybe I did.
Huh?
Maybe I did.
Maybe you just forgot.
I tell you, in fairness, over 8 years, if I didn't put something on it.
Yeah.
No, it was brilliant, Joe. The previous one was the same. And hopefully this one will go the same. Well, I've had trouble already with DPF.
Yeah, so it's, as we say, a nice shape, wine colour.
Yeah, it was a lovely colour.
Does look well there. when
Maybe
it's
it needs a
cleaned
polish.
up. It does need a polish, yeah. So we're going to give it a complete polish, and then we're going to give it a bit of a inside, little bit of a valet. It is not. I can't say make it dirty. It's clean because there's all.
But
your
sure,
tools are-
everything was in there. This is a two-seater most of its life.
Yeah, Mick never really had anyone in the back of it. He just was the only one really driving it. You always check seatbelts and things like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we have it in for DOE.
Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning. Now, it was in already.
It failed on two rear. Oh, brake pipes is another thing. To be fair with Toyota, they covered the brake pipe with a very hard plastic. But where the fitting is put on, they can't. To flare it, they have to go back so far. And on that point, they corrode there. Watch out for that.
Right.
But there again, it's 08, so. And they were the original pipes.
But we had a drop link. You had something else.
Yeah, Andrew Obar drop link.
So this is what we have here.
That one there, it's, I don't know, it's a kind of a tight argument. There is a fraction, a slight bit of play in it. But I put two on it, I think €15 piece or something. It's not bad.
But it would fail on something like that.
It did.
It did. Okay.
It fell on tyres, the tyres weren't great on there. And the brake pipes and 2 bits on the chassis. Want to open the bonnet?
Huh?
Want to open the bonnet?
Open the bonnet there. Let's have a look inside and see what's. Any pitfalls in there?
The D4D one, you have to, the early ones had a problem. The injectors are in the cylinder head.
Yeah.
And the injector's copper washer on the bottom used to allow carbon or compression to go past over time. You wouldn't hear it because it's in the rock cover. And the combustion that goes past it turns into carbon. The carbon goes down to the sump and blocks the strainer. Right? Now, if you're draining the oil in these, it's always worth having a look up through the hole. Maybe give it a belt of brake cleaner, just make sure the mesh is clean.
Clean. So engine is clean looking on it.
Time belt was done 23. I think these are 150,000 kilometer time belt.
Yeah.
Like the newer ones are chain, and I always hated time belts, but I far prefer a belt, to be honest.
Yeah, so once you get a nice clean one, there's probably no harm in making a purchase, so it's not.
No.
You get a clean one.
So you
Yeah,
sell
they're
it again for what you paid for it.
Yeah, well, these are getting very hard to sort because this one actually.
$5 commercial.
Yeah, it's a commercial tax on it. Yes, it has the seats in the back of it, so it's crew cab as such, and it passes for the.
That was my main reason for changing the last
tax.
to this. The
Yeah.
previous one is 1,400 a year or 1,500 a year.
It's a no-go, so it's not.
No. You go, so over 10 years, I had the previous one 10 years. That's 12 grand nearly in road tax alone.
Yeah. No, it's criminal, really.
Yeah. It's called being ripped off. And
Yeah, so hopefully now it's a long wheelbase version. It's probably a little bit more comfortable too, isn't it? A little bit more awkward in the trailer, but we're not really using it for that purpose alone. We're just using it for
space.
space so we can bring some of the guys, and then obviously we have a booth then for putting our tools and toolbox and a few parts that we might bring with us on our travels. So hopefully, Mick, now it's a good buy.
Time will tell.
Huh?
Time will tell.
There's one thing about it, at least anyway, to be well serviced and looked after, Mick.
It was, yeah. Even, I did even this is on my transmission. No one ever does that. I'd put filters and oil in that.
Right.
It's not an easy job. There's a peculiar procedure for doing it, but all I did was drained what was in it, measured it, and put the timing mount back in. You have to go through a rigmarole with on the pins.
And are you happy with your new Jeep?
So far, I had problems with DPF there. The DPF filter was blocked to 170%. It's seemingly serious. It was a pig of a job to get it to regen.
Right, okay.
It was a Toyota job, like.
You don't want to buy your old Jeep back there? No. I'll take a bit of a profit on him.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to go for Caleb here because I know he's difficult. He's way 6, 9, 10. Let's throw that mic thing in there, Caleb.
Yeah.
And we'll see what the problems are here.
I'll even have a multimeter with me for a minute.
So, in the winter time, obviously, we have always issues with batteries. Tractor's not starting.
Yeah.
And it's really a lot of it's down to temperature, isn't it?
Yeah, and sure, look,
And probably over time, batteries just getting.
the diesel engine's always hardest to start when it's cold, especially when it gets very cold. So, yeah, just everything has to be in order, batteries and the likes of that.
Yeah, well, I did start that the other day. We ran it for a while to let the battery charge up, and it still won't start. So we have either a problem with the battery, and sometimes you can have a problem with a starter too, can't you? Or maybe a bad connection somewhere along the line.
Yeah.
That will really show its face when.
Yeah, exactly. So look, there's all sorts of different circumstances.
Where do you start off with something like this?
So just as it sits now, I want to check what my battery voltage is, or if the battery voltage is down really low, like stupid low for some reason, then I'll charge up the battery and I'll test it. So I'll load test it and see what it drops down to. And if it doesn't pass that, then we'll put a new battery in it within as well to make sure that all our connections are right. So if the battery is fully charged up, it's just do a voltage drop test and say the live lead here, back, and then do the same on the outside. Because even if you have a good battery but you have bad connections, it'll draw the battery down a lot faster as you go to crank, so you'll have less chance of starting. So
Right. Okay.
we'll just see what the battery voltage is at first, and I'll go from there.
Okay. I'm just going to rub that mic off, you know. You'll see another guy over here. Seems to be there. Right, Mark, you seem to be hiding down the last few videos there. No sign yet.
Not hiding, busy. Was too
Oh,
busy.
busy, that's it. Right,
Yeah.
what we had today, we're looking at a chopper pump, which
Yes.
we're going to install into, it's just for moving potato peel. Now, a pump like this, it probably needs a little bit of protection on it, isn't it?
Yeah, I make legs.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's gonna sit on the legs from the floor that high.
yeah.
Just now I was made bracket for here to lifting this pump. No, it's very heavy. And I think last time was problem when lifting was pulling this and water gets in.
Right,
I think was this problem. So now I'm gonna make bracket in here.
for lifting, for if we need to lift it up out of the
Yeah.
sump, it's going to be lifted from that point.
Yeah,
Right,
and
okay.
it's heavy.
Yeah, it's a heavy, so it's a chopper. You can see here in the back of it. It chops the product before it actually brings it in, so it should be on some. We see over here where he's made. This is the stand he's made. So it's going to bolt this to the bottom of the pump.
Yeah, so gonna make little
John B is
plate
there to
here.
give him a hand as well. He is head of operations here. Yeah, anything to do with water, motors, pumps, Hassle, actually. John B is involved.
It's your favorite job.
Yeah. Yeah, we've a lot of that going on the farm. A lot of pumps and pipes and motors and oh my God. Yeah, it's never ending. Never stops.
Even have to change this now.
Right, so this is your new bracket, Marco.
Yeah, I'm gonna. You see,
Extend
this
that.
was made for here, so I'm gonna weld other plate drill 2 holes, better 4 bolts and 2 bolts. Yeah.
Right, okay, that'll do. How are you looking now?
We should be ready to start, hopefully.
So just before you started then, you had a few issues.
Yeah, well, bad battery is number one.
Yeah, okay.
But the way of priming, the only way really of priming a rotary pump involves a good bit of cranking. So first of all, I had to get it bled up into the pump, and I couldn't figure out for a start how to work the lift pump. And then looked at it in a diagram, seen that it's actually when you hold it to start, so you can use the interlock, so put it in the forward and hold the key on, and then you could get the prime. But then it still wasn't priming, and then looked, found the relay, it wasn't working, swapped to a different one, got it working. So then that got me bled up to here. Then after that, like it only has one port open, depending on where the distributor is. So the only way really of doing it is leaving off all the pipes off the injectors and just turning it over. Now I done it on my own, so it's a bit harder, but the way I ended up doing it was I had them all off and I was cranking and cranking, and once each injector started to get really wet from diesel spilling out of them, I tightened that one injector and then they just went through it like that. So then I was able to get it firing up on 5 cylinders, and I just left number 1 open because it was the easiest one to close after. I haven't ran it with all 6 of them closed yet, so
Moment of truth.
that's the moment of truth. She was ready to fire on 5 cylinders, but I just didn't let it start.
Right, do you want me to hop in then?
Yeah, she'll jump in there and hopefully we'll get it going. Once the charger's still going. So yeah.
See you when?
So go on ahead. Perfect. No bother. Just make sure you don't have any real big leaks. Decent spewing out of it.
No obvious diesel leaks, no?
No, don't seem to. Oh, I do. I have
Number.
stack pipe pump to the top of the injector's leaking on number 1. So, gotta knock it off there. So the stack pipe, so they obviously use, it's like a stack pipe with a banjo bolt, so
Yeah.
I have to take off the leak off and try and get in and probably change copper washer. And that one stack pipe, just with tightening and loosening the pipes, can move it. So yeah.
Didn't leave it too handy in there, so they didn't get handy injectors.
No, you will get them all. It's not like, I don't want some of the fast like to take off the grid heater and the inlet manifold just to tighten 2 injector pipes. Like, so you can get them all in fairness without having to strip anything.
Right, okay.
So yeah, anyways, I'll have to strip
that,
down
yeah.
into number 1 there and try and get that leak fixed. But she's running on ears is just
Main thing.
the main concern over it now, so we can relax a bit and just worry about leaks and whatnot.
Oh. So we finally got our 6600 back on the road. We had issues there with the injector pump all ready to go, and then we had a leakage which we got sorted, and Caleb fitted that back on there. So I'm just going to bring it for a spin.
See what she's made of.
Just to see what she's made of. Tip up the road right here. Got a new radio fitted right here as well. Most important.
New radio. Connor was on that job, so
Yeah,
yes.
Connor got that started. So I'm just going to see how it's nice to get a spin in these older girls. Doesn't happen too often. Make sure we have lights, brakes, everything before we. What speed are we doing?
This actually hurts quick.
Huh?
This is a quick, yo. No speed on her, but
There's no speed on working on this one. That's one thing now that we need to sort out. The Definitely would miss the front suspension, that's one thing for sure. Hard over the bumps there, but yeah. Always a grand little tidy tractor.
Quiet, is that?
Huh? Yeah,
It's quiet in here, to be fair.
it's not too bad, yeah. We're talking away here now. Is my wipers working? Oh yeah, wipers working. Back wiper wouldn't be so sure of. I think it's over here somewhere, is it?
There's on a button there.
No.
It's not working, anyways.
Yeah, the heater is working. Back wiper. The half bag don't have to be closed. No. That's another little problem then that we'll have to solve. Can't be too much in it. See, it's very tight. Give it a spin here now and see how she turns. Just not as smooth as the hours and so it's not.
No.
Look at the lock on that thing. My God, they turn back in itself.
You wouldn't do that with the hours, though.
No. We just lock the brakes together.
Careful now.
Yeah, here we come. Let the cars pass. Yeah, off we go. Whoa! Yeah, she moves up through the gears, nice. It's hard to see now. Let's see, we need to get a bit of.
Do we have aircon on this?
Actually, there is aircon. There's a button here. I just need it today, I wouldn't think. We aren't blowing there, we have.
Something on it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's
There we
clear
go.
enough.
There we go.
Right.
It's clear enough there. Now we can see where we're going. Just let the cars pass here now. The 40s in the road, you know.
That's to be done.
People getting home to work from up there. Then I'll be ready. Oh, that flashing lights.
Happy light?
Oh yeah. Happy man. No, that's adjustable. Ah. Problem there.
Lock for you.
The lock's not locking on. That's another little one on the list. So we have a back wiper motor. Just to fix up in it. We need to get the steering. The telescopic is not locking in. And the speeder was not working. Actually, yeah. So we'll write them two bits down.
Get Connor to do them.
Yeah, Connor, I'd say just be ready to work away on them. Ideal now for a cattle farm, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's lovely on the straw chopper.
Yeah, it's nice and tight there as well.
Yeah.
Tidy on the turn.
What you need. Especially reversing the straw chopper, like
Yeah.
the axle's so close you won't be long losing it.
Losing it.
Once there's a good lock on it.
That's it. We'll just bring it back in the workshop then for a few last final jobs to be done. But this tractor came in, would have got a full, well not a full spray, but bonnet sprayed, wheels were done on it.
You have to turn that off because
We have turned this radio off too, which is a power off.
yeah, hold or something. Yep.
There we go. So make sure that's off. Yeah, happy with that now. Lights off.
Lights are off. Everything's off.
Good to go. So that's it for this week's workshop, friends. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. So I'm never here at Finnegan's Farm. We'll talk to you all next Wednesday.